Okay. Happy Tuesday to y'all. We're out front of our beautiful home in front of River Vista. And we are setting up our tower garden. And as you can see, we started putting a couple little plants in, and we're still working on it. This is Al. And Al's been working on the pH in the water. So Al, explain to him what you've been doing.
Well, I checked the water with the pH kit, and it came out between 5 and 7, which is a perfect combination for what we need, the perfect color.
Okay.
Perfect color green, actually.
Right.
So our pH is good. Then I went ahead and I put our...
Well, Al, let me interrupt you for a second. If the pH isn't good, right? So can you show me those two little bottles if the pH isn't quite right? If it's too acidic and too alkaline. Excuse me. Okay, so if it's too acidic, right, then you're going to add the alkaline base. And if it's too alkaline, you're going to add the acidic base. And of course, it tells you on the back of the bottles what the range is and how much to add. So it's really simple, right?
It is. But when I tested it, we did not need either one of these because it tested great.
Okay, so here's another suggestion is we keep water in 5-gallon buckets. Never put water right out of the tap into your tower garden because the water's not safe right from the faucet. It has to be treated like a swimming pool. Basically, same thing, has to have the right pH. Otherwise, the plants will go into shock and they won't do very well. Okay. So now, what are these things you have right here, Al?
Okay, this is your A and your B, and that is your nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
And you put 400 milligrams of A and 400 milligrams of B in your water.
And how many gallons are there?
It's a 20-gallon tank of water.
Okay.
And you need to maintain that 20 gallons.
Right, because it will evaporate.
It will
right?
evaporate. That's correct.
Okay, wonderful. And he's already added that in, and here's the hole in here. So this is, show them that. So this is where you you put the water, and in there is a submergible pump, and you can't see it, but you can hear it when it goes on. And the timer is set on the tower garden for what, Al?
15 minutes on and 15 minutes off.
So everything gets nicely watered.
24 hours a day.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And
Round the clock.
Right now the timer is off, and it should kick on pretty soon, and we'll show you what it does.
Okay. All right, Al, we're going to switch it over, and I'm going to work some plants out. Okay, so basically, we put some of these plants in, and we're getting a late start because it's been pretty cold in the morning. Like, you don't want to go below 40. You don't want this outside if it's below 40. It will do good if it's, 40 and above. It's fine. It can stay outside. It needs pretty much full sun to half sun. Anything less than half sun, it'll do all right, but not as well. And it does have grow lights. If you have a space that doesn't get a lot of sun, you can put it on your patio. If it's in the shade, you can put grow lights, and it'll do fantastic. Okay, so I've planted the tomato, which is going to go absolutely crazy. And we have a cage that we will put on. We're not doing it today, but we will put it on. And that way the tomato plant will grow around the cage. And the pepper plant is on the back here. And that'll grow big, and that'll be back here. And hopefully, that's what I'm assuming, that because this is different than what we did last year, it will grow a canopy and hopefully protect and shade the fragile lettuces that we're putting here on the bottom. So we started some of them. These are all different lettuces. This one is like kind of like a red romaine. I like colored lettuces. I don't know about you. When I eat a salad, I don't know, it just seems more appealing to me to have colored lettuces. So I like all kinds of lettuces. There we go. And that one's in there. And I'm keeping the little thing in here so I can remember which one it is. And here's a butterhead. These are small, right? But in 3 weeks, these are going to be pretty big, and we might even be able to start clipping some of the leaves off these and start harvesting off our tower garden, which is different than if you planted them in the ground. They take 6 weeks at least before you see anything big enough to eat or harvest. So that's the advantage of the tower garden. It's twice as fast, and you get twice as much produce because of the fact it's strictly aeroponic. and you feed it the nutrients, and it just, they're happy plants. What can I say?
And I might add that it takes up less room to have a
Yes.
tower garden than it is to plant an
Yes.
entire garden.
That's true. Well, you can see how much space it takes, right? I mean, we're all about, you know, reducing our footprint and, you know, trying to use up less space. So this is great. All right. So, like I said, as you can see, we have our lettuces, and I'm going to be finishing putting the rest of these in, and when they get a little bit bigger, we'll do another short video when we put the cage on, and you get to see how nice and lovely these plants are. And I hope this blesses you, and you have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions and you want to see a real professional, a real video, you're just going to have to go to my website, and that is delucia.towergarden.com. Thank you. Bye.